outside eating lunch. 8 more students went outside to eat too. Then there were 16 students. How many students were outside eating lunch to begin with?
I have a few questions for you, and then I'm going to let Darren call on someone who has their hand raised. So the first thing I want to ask you is, what do we know in this problem? What is this problem already telling us? What information?
Logan.
8 more students is coming to join
Coming to join what?
to eat lunch.
Okay. What else do we know? We can add to that.
Dylan.
There were some students outside eating lunch.
What does that word "some" mean?
Some things like they're not like if there's a whole class and some are eating outside and some are eating inside. It's not the whole class.
Anybody want to add on to what he just said about the "some"? Can you add any more to that? Can anybody else add any more to that? He said it's not the whole class.
Some is like they're not going. You need to figure it out.
There's not a number there, so we don't know the number. Okay? So I'm there, and he said some. We don't know the number. Okay, anything else we know? One more important piece of information.
Alex.
We are adding
How do you know that?
because 8 students joined to eat outside.
And what word was that made you think, oh, we're going to add in that sentence?
More.
You see more?
Yeah.
Or it says 8 more.
8 more? Okay, and then you also, I heard you say joined. It said they joined them outside. Okay, one more important piece of information.
You know you're adding. There's another reason you know you're adding is because it said you could say more, or it says join, so you know that it's adding.
Okay.
Because if it said walked away, then you would be subtracting. You're adding since it said joined.
Okay. Something different that we have not talked about yet.
Kate.
The total is 16
And how do you know that?
because it said 16 students are eating lunch now.
Okay, then there were 16. So what do we have to figure out? We've already talked about what we know. What do we have to figure out now?
Sorry.
The equation.
Even before the equation, there's one more. What is the problem asking us to figure out? You're one step ahead of me.
The answer?
Okay, can you give me a little bit more detail? What do you mean by the answer? What am I trying to figure out?
Are gonna answer it by the 16 with 8.
Does anybody want to add on to that? I'm just trying to get a little bit more information from her.
We have to figure out how many numbers are in the word sum.
Okay. What question are they asking us? Sam, can you add on to that? What question?
They basically want us to find out the other number to make 16, to add up 16, so we have to figure it out.
And we go right back to the end to the question. Darren, can you read that in question again?
How many students were outside eating lunch to begin with?
Exactly. Okay, before you open your markers, talk with your table buddy about what you think the equation is going to be to match this problem.
it's gonna be length plus.
I think it will be
I think it's gonna be a missing item.
Thumbs up when you think you know the equation with your partner. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, I have everybody back. Who would like to share their equation?
I think it's 8 plus 8 equals 16.
Okay, remember we use like a box.
Oh, 8 plus box equals 16.
Okay, why did you choose to put 8 first?
Because it said 8 more students went outside to eat too.
Okay. You might have something different.
I think it was it is, but I same as Ryan.
Okay. Katie?
I think it's box 8. Box plus 8 equals 16.
Okay, tell me why you chose to use the box first instead of 8. Raya chose to use 8 first. Why did you choose to say box?
Because it said some students were outside first, and then it said more students came.
Okay, so if you're matching the story problem and sum is up first, so then box would be the first part. So box plus 8 equals, what does everybody say?
15.
So at the very top of your right whiteboard, can you write that equation? So then you'll have the rest of the space to solve. Then cap your marker and put it down, and then I promise I will let you solve the problem. What are some different strategies you can use to solve this problem?
The one who's counting on.
Okay?
Some people use number lines.
Yes.
10 sticks and ones.
Okay?
Tally marks.
Yes.
You can, if it's a double, you can also use your double strategies.
Great. All right. Take a few minutes to yourself. Show me your work. Show me how you would solve this. When you have finished, you can write your answer in the box and then put your marker down. Make sure you check your work. Just to make sure you count it correctly or you picture matches your answer. Two people with their markers capped. I know they are finished. 3 people. Make sure you write your answer in your box to show me you have figured out the answer. Take just a few more seconds. I think most everybody is done. Put your hands on top of your head if you're done. That way I can have a quick check of who's finished. Hands on top of your head. Make sure your markers are capped. And we're going to let our student leader share his strategy. And what I'd like you to do is say, oh, I use the same strategy, or if you use something different, we're going to have you share that as well. Okay. Darren, would you like to share your strategy?
I used
Oh, let's make sure we can see it up here.
the double strategy. So it was 8 plus 8 equals 16.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Darren? Or how many of you use the same strategy? Raise your hand. Sam, tell us about your strategy.
I did the same. I did doubles
And what made you use that one?
because in class we were in that in math.
So you just automatically know it. Okay. Who used something different? Who used a different strategy? Charlotte. Can you come up and show yours? I'm hoping with your pink marker we can see this. Okay. Explain to everybody what you did.
I did number line.
Okay, tell us about your number line. What did you do first?
It started with 8 since there's nothing in the box. I counted to 8 to 16 and then I got 8.
Raise your hand if you also used the number line. Okay, thank you. Who used a different strategy? Show everybody what you used.
I used tally marks.
Okay, explain to us what you did first.
I put all the way to 16, and then I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, so you knew you had 8, and then you just counted the rest to see what it took to get to 16? Okay. Anybody else use tally marks? A couple more? Do we have another different strategy? More different? Okay, come on up. Show us yours. Okay, talk to us about your strategy.
So what I did was I counted on, so I hold it 8 and counted up to 16, and my double was 8.
Great. Anybody use the counting on? Alexa, did you use counting on as well? Okay, thank you. Anybody else have an answer different than 8? Did you get a number different than 8?
Different than 8.
No, you guys. So everybody got the right answer.
But I have a different
Great job sharing your strategies. Is it okay to use different strategies?
Yeah.
Did everybody arrive at the same answer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, you